So, mental toughness is a self-experience. No one can help you. In this video, I want to share to you the 3 habits of mentally strong people. Mental toughness is a self-experience by itself. It's a very lonely process, and you need to heal and rise alone from it. You want to learn how to, number 1, control your thoughts, manage your emotions, and number 3 is to set yourself up for success. So we want to talk about the 3 habits that mentally strong people have in this video. There are tough times in life, and it's inevitable. And I read in a book by that my father shared to me when I was younger that what was that again? The title of the book. The book's title is "Tough Times Never Last, but Tough People Do." So that's one of the earliest books that I read growing up as a kid that I found from my dad's book library growing up, and it really stuck to me a lot. So it showed me how to learn to adapt, to learn how to win, and to not think of those challenges as problems, but to use that as stepping stones to be more successful. So let's talk about the first one, the first habit that mentally strong people do. Number 1 is clarity. Everyone has fears, but not a lot of people conquer their fears. In my previous video, I talked about how fears to be overcome are important. So number 1, conquering your fear starts with vision, how you see things, right? Number 2 is having direction. And number 3 is having goals in life or life goals. So you want to focus on what matters the most. You have to be goal-oriented and at the same time enjoy the challenges that come with it, right? So have some faith to defeat the fears that you have, because fears, like what they always say, fears are only limitations or false limitations that we put on ourselves. You fear about starting something because you feel like it would be taken away from you, right? You fear going into a relationship because of fear of someone hurting you at the same time. So a lot of things people are fearful about. Like I have my own fears as well, but it doesn't mean I'm not trying. I'm not trying to not really conquer them, but to go through it. Like if you want to be strong in going through against fire, you have to go through fire. Like the old adage of what people say, pressure makes diamonds, and it's scary because you put pressure on a diamond, but a diamond does not break. It just becomes stronger over time, right? Not like a simple rock. Okay. So number 2, wait, there's more. There are 2 great days in a person's life. The day we are born and the day that we discover why. And you want to train your mind to overcome any fears and turn those wounds into power. And it takes a lot of discipline and perseverance. You never want to settle for mediocre or mediocrity. People always say, you know the saying in Filipino, pwede na yan, okay na yan, tama na yan, pwede na yan. Like, pwede na yan. It's like, okay, parang, it's like in school when you say, okay na yan, basta pumasa. Because if you're just settling for that, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you're accepting that this is just your fate because this is what's given to you, then just that's gonna be your fate. But if you don't accept mediocrity and you aim for greatness, then you will be setting yourself up for, guess what? Greatness, right? So remove that limit from your life. Unlimit your life, right? That's number 1. Number 2, direction. Building strength starts with your own goals, your own personal goals. So to become mentally strong, you need to tie it to a goal and not to people. When goals are big, it's difficult to know where to actually begin. I mean, if you have a big goal, like where do you start? Like you want to build a business empire, but then where do you start? Of course, you start small. You start with a small business and then you start scaling it and scaling it and scaling it until you reach the pinnacle of it. You know the story of SM, right? It started as a small shoe store somewhere in Manila. Where is it now? It's everywhere. And they don't just sell shoes now. They sell everything that you need. That's why he said, we've got it all for you. Right? So when goals are big, it's really difficult to know where to begin. Plan big, you start small, but you learn fast. I appreciate you being here on this channel because I know that you want to grow and you want to learn. Because information is out there, it's readily available. You can learn anywhere. You just have to choose which channel you're listening to. And I really hope you find value in that, right? So mental strength is about having directions, having a mission, and having your own values as well to guide you. So when the going gets tough, your mission stays the same and your values stay intact, whatever you believe in. So when you gain clarity, goals are set, and your mind is clear. So it's time to move in a definite direction, or what we call one direction. You want to learn the concepts of physics. Any moving object with no direction has no momentum, right? If you're going every way, you don't gain any momentum. But if you're going downward to one direction, you're gaining momentum, or what I always like to call the snowball effect. Okay? And we do that a lot in marketing. You can't make a progress when things like when you miss a goal, you feel guilty about missing a goal, or you live a messy life and you turn to have a passionless life. You need to have that clarity set in you, and then the goals that you set with it. Which brings me to the third one that mentally strong people do, is that they know how to reframe. What's reframing? Our brain is a non-stop chatterbox. Our brain keeps on talking and talking and talking. It has a million thoughts going through it. When you shower, when you're in the car, when you're traveling, when you're just sitting down, travels 1,000 miles per hour. You're thinking thoughts, a lot of things going on. And that's one of the causes of overthinking of a lot of people. All right, approximately, we say about 300 to 1,000 words to ourselves every minute. Every minute. Come to think about it. The brain, it gets foggy, it gets scared with so much uncertainty. What if this? What if I lose this client? What if, the volcano erupts? I don't know. What if the car I'm riding breaks down? The first step is you want to recognize your negative self-talk. You know that you're talking negativity to yourself. You're thinking things that are not happening to you yet. You reframe those thoughts into something more positive instead, right? Like, you're gonna be late for work. Okay, so now you're gonna prepare something that you're gonna be set that you are actually going to be late. But next time, you already know that for you not to be late, you have to wake up earlier or leave earlier. You can't make it an excuse that you're late because, I don't know what your reasons are. But whatever it is, you know now that you can't reach your office in an hour, so you leave an hour and a half before. I don't know what it is, but it's all up to you. So you program yourself to stay on track on what your goals really are. So that's what we call reframing, meaning your plan, your whole plan can change, but the goal always remains the same. Just to wrap it up, number 1, clarity. Fight your fears, take control of your fears. Number 2, direction. Start small and learn fast. Number 3, reframe. Program to adapt, okay? And that sets you up to winning, win. Master your mind, hence you master your life. Learn to control your thoughts. And those are the 3 habits of mentally strong people. So that's all I have for you today. If you think you found value in today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'll see you again on the next video. Peace. And by the way, if you're enjoying today's episode, a subscribe to the channel would be healthy.